Hey everyone, it's Brew Gaming here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in this one, I'm going to talk about the two events that we have currently going on. They started yesterday, but I didn't want to go through them really quickly. I just wanted to make a video and explaining how I go through these kinds of events, like a Dungeon Divers event and an Artifact Enhancement event, the best way possible, use up the least amount of resources, and actually plan for the next upcoming events using these events. For example, the Dungeon Divers event, guys, as you can see, the rewards are here. These are really good rewards. We get a Void Shard, an Epic Skill Tome. These are quite rare to get from events, but when you do get them, like a Dungeon Divers event, it's one of the easiest events to have. And these rewards are great. They're worth a lot of value, especially the Void Shard, because a lot of good champions come from Void Shards. And the 100% XP boost, guys. Of course, this XP boost, guys, do not claim it right now because you do have a lot of days to claim it. Unless you're farming for a champion right now to level him up to 60, do not use this reward right now. Let it stay like that. You're gonna have the red dot. It's gonna be a sore eye, but you're gonna have a good chance to use it later on because we might actually have a champion training event on Monday. And how you're gonna do that is the event ends in 2 days and 12 hours. By Friday, this event is gonna finish. But also, it's going to take another 24 hours for this event to finalize. So you have another 24 hours to finish up. And then, guys, this reward will go to your mailbox. And once that goes to your mailbox, you're going to have another 6 days to claim it. So you're going to have about 10 days in total to claim this kind of reward. By that time, you'll definitely know if a champion training event is coming. If that kind of event is coming, then you should claim it. And then you'll be much better off using this XP boost rather than other XP boosts that you might have in the shop that last for 100 days. Think about that, guys. So the best way for the Dungeon Divers event is to actually go through the dungeons. If you can farm the dungeons at stage 20, then you should farm those, of course, because that's the highest chance to get a 5-star and a 6-star artifact, and of course get an epic or a legendary, which are the best ones to get right now in the game. You get 20 points for a legendary 6-star item, and those can be really game breaking, especially now that Platinum Arena is out. So the difference is that 16 energy needed to do a dungeon at stage 20 would net you, actually, guys, the 16 energy would actually net you probably around 15 energy if you did campaign. So if you don't happen to have an XP boost going on right now, you can actually go for the dungeons instead of farming campaign. But in campaign, you also get food. You can save that food for future champion training tournaments or champion training events. So you have to consider that in mind as well, and what your goals are. If you're going for the arbiter missions, then you'll definitely need a lot of food, because you do have to level up a lot of champions to 6-star for the arbiter missions, farm potions for them as well. So the Dungeon Divers event has good enough rewards. This is the easiest one to do out of these two. The Artifact Enhancement event, though, I did not complete it yet. I want to do this video. The rewards are quite good. We get a lot of energy. We get an arena refresh, 80 gems, 1 ancient shard, 1 epic skill tome, and 1 void shard. These are all great, of course. And the points allocation, as we expected, as before, the most amount of points is leveling a 6-star item to 16. And the cumulative amount of points that you get is about 418, I think, for 6-star item. It is the most beneficial to level up 6-star items if you do have them. If you do not have them, then at least level up 4-star items to at least level 8, and you get about 4 points. It's gonna take you a lot of time to finish this event, but that's the most beneficial way and the least amount of silver wasted. And of course, if you do happen to have good items, good enough items, I'll show you what I actually do for this kinds of artifact events. Guys, as you can see, my Razin has level 15 items on, and I did this on purpose before actually we even had these kinds of events. I did not level these to 16 because I wanted to wait for an artifact enhancement event and then get that 1 extra level on my gear and get the most amount of points that you could get for the silver spent, because getting a gear to 15, it takes a lot of silver. Of course, you never know how much because it's all RNG, but on average I've calculated to be about 1.2 million. Sometimes it can be so much greater, and of course artifact accessories are the ones that cost the most, because for example, my amulet takes 30,000 to level up and it's a 4-star item, and the 5-star helmet to level up once, it's 26,000. So the difference can't be significant over 10 or 20 tries, and it really adds up. Even if I have 24 million saved up right now, and I guess I'm gonna spend most of it for this event, although most of my gear is gonna be upgraded, so that's a bonus. So level up your gear to 15 and wait for an artifact enhancement event. You never know when those are gonna come up, and the benefit you're gonna get is a lot, because you're gonna get a lot of the rewards with the least amount of resources spent during the event time. Because level up these items, I spent silver way before this time. Giving them to 15 is what is gonna help me get through the event so much quicker. And I did this on several champions. I think I did this on my Althar as well. I have 115 here, 14 here. I think I have on rearguard, I have 1 item there. Seeker, I have 15 here. So I have about 5, I think, or 6 items that are at level 15 and waiting for me to upgrade them further. Some items don't need any more upgrades. This one, if I get lucky, I might get a bit more speed. So that of course will be great if I get a bit more speed. Apothecary. The next tip I want to add is, if you do happen to have gear that you do not want to use but can level them up. For example, these gloves, okay, they do have defense, but they're life set gloves. They are not that beneficial for me because they have critical rate and critical damage. You won't have that many amount of champions to use this for that are kind of defensive champions, but also need critical rate, critical damage, and also need the HP set. Although these stars are great, I could upgrade this just to level 8, get a great amount of points for this. For a 5-star item, you get 7 points to level it to 8, and then I would sell it. I would get the benefit of getting a few of the points, but when I sell it back, I get back some of the silver I have spent. And this of course goes up if you do have epic items and legendary items. You get much more silver when you sell them comparing to rare and common items. Now guys, I'm gonna show you a document I made for a previous video that I did for artifact enhancement events. The last time that we did have an artifact enhancement event, the server was a mess. The Plarium actually had to give us free champions and I think some compensation because the servers actually crashed. No one could actually level up the artifacts because everyone was doing it and the servers could not handle it. But this time I think it went so much better because nobody crashed. Let's look at the document right now. Here it is. What this document basically does, it shows the average of how much silver you need to level up an item to 16. I've calculated to be about 1.2 million, but as I said before, it's all RNG. You never know how much silver you need. You might actually need 3 million silver. You might actually spend million silver and not get an upgrade. You never know. You might actually get one upgrade from a single click. So you never really know how much it's going to cost. But at least to stage 12, I've calculated to be about 200,000. It might actually be 250, but from my calculations, it's about 1.2. It could be 1.5. But for now, I'm going to leave it at 1.2. And say we want to level up gear to 4 and complete this event. We're gonna need 1,834 6-star items. Think about that, guys. Nobody has all those items and nobody's gonna spend all the time to level them to 4. So if you want to level up all your items to 8, then it's gonna take you 424 items, about 21 million silver at 6 stars, 39 at 5 stars, and 68 million at 4 stars. So do not waste your time leveling up 4-star items. You're not gonna finish this event for sure. When we go up to level 12, you're gonna need 32 million. So this is so much better. Level 12, if you're gearing up at level 12, it's gonna take you about 71 items at 6-star or 118 items at 5-star. But the difference in the amount of silver spent, it's so much greater because 6-star gear, you're gonna take about 7 million less silver in order to level those up. So always think about that, guys. Always think about that. So if you do happen to have some gear that you want to level up to 16, then it's gonna take you only 16 million silver to level all those up. And gear that you level to 16, almost always you should level up gear that you're gonna use on your main champions, being your clan boss, arena champions, and of course your dungeon killers. So if you do happen to have gear that needs upgrading, take them to 16 and get the most amount of points right now for this kind of event. So if you guys want to play around with this document, put a comment down below so I can put up a link So you can actually maybe change up the numbers, change up the averages. You can put whatever you want. You can put 2 million right here. And this is actually going to change. So it's going to show you how much more silver you might actually need to level everything up to 16. So if you did finish up the event, guys, leave a comment down below and tell me how much silver you spent. I'm gonna see how much silver I need. I do have about 400 points right now, so I only need about 5,000 points to finish up. I'm at 24 million silver, so I'm not sure how much of that I'm gonna spend in order to finish up the event. So I'm at 410 points. I'll need 5,100 points to finish up the event. I want to finish this up because these are great rewards: 100 energy, 200 energy, a refill token, 80 gems, 1 epic skill token, and of course superior arcane potions, which will be useful always. This was the video. If you like this video, leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel for more Raid Shadow Legends videos, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.